lady needs you. Go! Today, I repay my debt.
And now, WWE presents the Royal Rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night's Royal Rumble. And of course, we got the usual suspects here, or the unusual suspects, I should say, especially because his name is JV. What's up, man?
Oh, just plodding through the day, saw a dumpster fire of a film, and dealt with a fire not in a dumpster last night.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to explain that?
So last night I go out for a cigarette. I'm kind of alone in the house. All of my roommates are out. I get done with my cigarette. I go back inside, and I'm hit with a wall of smoke. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I start looking around, trying to find out what's going on. In one of the lower bedrooms, there are flames. And I'm like, oh, so we're doing this now. So I ran in to the kitchen, grabbing pots and filling with water, dousing the flames until the fire department arrived. And yeah, that was a fun night. And then I had to go to work after that.
Yeah, I think I agree with Zillage when we all go, what the fuck?
Yeah. Good time.
Well, glad your shit didn't burn to the ground, dude.
Well, I am as well, and that was usually a time when I'm asleep. So I'm glad I was up to go take a cigarette. But however, that adrenaline wore off at about 2:30 a.m. and I was dead tired the rest of the night. No, there was no meth cooking.
Fucking Wookie.
And where and let's see. Where were my roommates? Shadow. They have lives, and some of them involves the and it involves the company of the opposite sex, something you wouldn't know about. So
very nice, very nice.
Hi, Sam.
Speaking of the opposite sex,
I'm
just kidding. Well, that's you two
so much.
That's you two.
What's up, man?
Not much. A couple of things right out of the gate. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all veterans
Absolutely.
of this great country. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. The other thing is that Laurence Knight will not be joining us here or on my show, Abyssal Musings, tonight. He had an accident at home. He is getting checked out by doctors. It looks like he's going to be okay, but he should be. This was very recent, like within the last hour. And he got a hold of me, let me know, but yeah, he's pretty concussed. So he should be okay, but fingers crossed for him, if you would.
Damn. Yeah.
So I'll be checking in with him tomorrow and all that to make sure he's all right. My and I just got off the phone with Amira. She knows about it and all that stuff, and hopefully everything works out. But yeah, he had a bit of a spill, hit his head pretty hard.
Damn, man. Fuck. I'll have to fucking text him tomorrow after, because he's probably resting, but Jesus, what the fuck, man?
So what you're saying Sam, is that my seat is open tonight.
Well, if you want to talk about cryptids, you're welcome to join us.
I'm sure I could talk about anything or just sit back and look cute.
Yeah, so
that's true. Speaking
But
of
yeah.
looking cute, none of the girls are here. No,
Yeah.
Lily apparently she is sick, which makes sense because my sister's sick, my dad's sick, some of my
And
coworkers it's the
and
plague is
sh-
going around.
well, she also works around sick children, so they are
Yeah, that'll
just
do it.
incubators.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, little booger eaters. Speaking of booger eaters, let's just say hi to the chat. It's probably not where I should have taken that, but whatever.
Yeah, you
What are you
know.
gonna do? Jacob Iron says, "Sup, Joker." I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's
What the hell?
it's
I don't know.
it's
It's the
it's
kid.
it's the kid.
Wookie B. Best says, "Shut up, Shadow."
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's always a time for applause. And Zillage is saying hail, and always, of course, roll tide.
Billy Jow.
Keely Chow saying, "Hey, everybody. It's my salute to everyone." Well, I like it. Way to salute. Wookie says, "Joker, who knows what I'll say? I'm hotter than penicillin at a lady of the night convention." What? That's
You
very,
know.
fair enough. Good lord, I lost my fucking place because he says I'm deaf now. Why are you deaf?
That's because of the intro.
Oh, did I leave the volume turned up? No, it's down.
The intro's
Is,
loud, dude.
is
The
it
intro's
loud?
loud. It
Well,
wakes you up.
I had to keep adjusting the volume for Engage not last week, 2 weeks ago, because everyone's like, I can't hear it. I'm like, well, it's turned up
Well,
all the way.
and then speaking of engaged, the engagement ended with the wedding yesterday. That would be from the Self-Engineered podcast. Matthew Kadish and Jude. They were married yesterday. So congrats to both of them.
Absolutely. JB says, "Hail, everyone." Hail, sir. Appreciate it. Wookie said, of course, I'm deaf now. I did skip. He still says, "Yeah, that intro really wakes you up." Sorry, that was mine fault. I usually have it on like 40 to 45 on my computer volume, so it doesn't blow your ears off. And apparently, it's just a Star Trek thing. Blame Samuel, because you know what? Apparently, he's fucking deaf too. He's not here right now. He's taking a call, but he says, "Hey, motherfucking Royal Rumble." And just a little bit of chit chat. Jacob says, "Joker's a hero." Yeah,
I mean, from a
because his
certain
balls have.
point of view, that he's talking about
Yeah,
Shadow.
yeah, that's what I figured. He's talking about Shidu. Wookie says, "Well, shit. Now I'm afraid to move now. Is my vodka what?"
well, with what happened with me and then with Lawrence, it's just kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, okay,
Good evening,
beard.
there, Beard. What's up, man? Oh, right. So you saw a movie.
I did. I did see a film. I saw a
I
film.
so you whoa, what the hell happened to my little fucking share window here? That's weird. Wookie
Sent,
says you
sent you
yeah.
something. Yep.
So let's watch this and then we'll lead into the fun.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
That's very nice.
Yeah. So some folks who went and saw the Marvels last night, they were actually saying that they could hear the film in the next room playing over what they were um over their film. And the Thursdays have come out. It's like $6.6 million domestically, and this is something that films like the Eternals had like just under 10 million. The Flash was just under 10 million. Some other the Marvel films were around like 15 million on their Thursdays. So this is not a good sign.
It's
And
not a great start.
It's a really bad start. I went and my theater was probably about a quarter full, so there were actual people there. Um, the, Beard, I don't think they were really bragging because the pre-sale numbers were so bad that Box Office Pro kept lowering their projections of what its opening domestic weekend is gonna be. Now it's looking like 50 million domestically.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Holy flopposaurus.
so if you want to get into discussion or spoilers or anything, I'll give you a brief synopsis of my take o- on it. Um, the film's not the worst. It's not the worst Marvel film that I've seen. Love and Thunder, Wakanda, whatever, and Quantumania. I actually left the theaters like angry at at how bad those were. Um, I may be a little biased because I do have a love hate relationship with the original Captain Marvel film. That is
Mhm.
not to say that this film is good. No, this film is awful. This is a very badly together film. The editing, because they cut out so much, um, it's clunky. The writing is terrible. Is there a lot of the message in it? No. Um, is it a definite girl power film? Absolutely, it is. Um, there were some the performance of uh, on on Ani, who I have said does just fine. I have no issue with her. She seems to be um, generally having fun playing a superhero, and that shines through. Bree was actually not the. We'll talk about that too. Bree was not the worst part of this film. She actually got to show some emotion that was not smug bitch. So
Oh,
yeah, so the worst
well,
part
Paul.
the worst part was the villain that would be Darben, who in the comics is male. So
Yes.
they gender swapped that. Um, it's very obvious from what you see, and this has been the theme with especially Phase 4 and Phase 5 films, where it's no longer a Marvel Studios production; it's a Kevin Feige production. And as Nia DaCosta, um, while the film was still in post production, she left to go start pre production on a new film while it was still in post. So,
What the
and
fuck?
she's been on the record of saying this is not my film. This is Kevin's film. So,
Really?
yeah, there was a
Wow.
moment where the movie's cringy, very very cringy, and you get cameos that is just like, oh, yay, like out of nowhere. All of a sudden, on all all of a sudden, they're trying to relocate the scrolls, and the Bifrost appears, and you get Valkyrie out of nowhere,
Yep. I heard she was in it.
which Valkyrie doesn't control the Bifrost. The
Nope.
Bifrost the Bifrost chamber was destroyed in Ragnarok, and the only thing that can control the Bifrost now is Stormbreaker, which Valkyrie doesn't wield. So how is she just you just okay, sure, why not? And spoiler alert, there is a tease for the Young Avengers because right at the end we see Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop in a blatant ripoff of the post-credit scene from Iron Man.
And that'll about do it.
That
sounds
seems
awful.
dumb.
Samuel, that seems dumb.
Oh, and then as I'm sure we all know, we saw there was no end credit scene. There's a mid credit scene where we get Kelsey Grammer's Beast, where it's his voice, but Kelsey Grammer's not in practical makeup. This is a CGI mock-up.
How does the CGI look? Because I have a feeling
That
it probably.
it didn't look great. I mean, I've seen better, I've seen worse. But like I said, is this the worst Marvel Studios film? No. Is it going to get
Mhm.
blamed? Is it going to get blamed as the worst Marvel Studios film? Yes. And this is just the brand damage that Kevin Feige has done post Endgame.
Just
I was hearing
Go ahead,
something
dude.
earlier today because you were talking about how certain things don't make sense in terms of the timeline, and that there was a rumor, and unconfirmed, mind you, that this takes place earlier in the timeline than some of the recent shows do.
Well, it definitely takes place after Hawkeye because
Mm.
because you've got Kamala Khan, uh, like I said,
Sure,
is in Kate's
but you
is in Kate's place and doing the doing the doing the Nick. She is playing Nick at the end of Iron Man. It's like, Kate Bishop, you thought you were the only young superhero? You've just stepped into a larger world. Blah blah blah.
yeah, that I stand by my original statement. That seems dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
the Young Avengers was a series from the all new, all different Marvel that took the insufferable characters that couldn't hold their own title, and did moderately better than any of the individual titles did. So we're gonna get Kate Bishop. We're gonna get Ironheart because everyone loves her. You're gonna get America Chavez. You're gonna get Kamala Khan. You're gonna get Casey Lang from Quantum Mania, and I believe you're gonna get Patriot and Wiccan and Speed, which that's 8 members, 5 of which female.
Yeah, and I mean Wiccan is male in name only.
Yeah. But yeah, so and there was a great editorial on Edge earlier this morning where um, Andre breaks down where the timeline actually stopped based on this new book that came out, the rise of the MCU, and where it's just a puff piece. It's basically the author's dropping to her knees and trying to blow Kevin Feige. So
That's
but yeah,
graphic.
well, you know,
I don't know, man. I'm glad I didn't take any time to watch it. I wasn't looking forward to it. Wasn't planning on it. I was trying real hard to forget that this was even coming out, but you know,
well,
it is what it is.
if I wasn't going to be reviewing it on my own channel and then on Sunday with Wookie Be Bad, I would not have gone to see it. I'm glad I only paid $5.
Yeah, that sounds like a waste of an afternoon, my man.
You know,
sorry, had to boot an animal out the room being loud.
and it was short. So
How long is it?
With credits, it's a 105 minutes.
Okay.
Ooh, So just over
Yeah.
an hour and a half. Then that's
Mhm.
I mean, to be fair, they were all getting to be 2.5, 3 hour movies. So
Mhm.
that's not terrible. I don't hate that that's short.
No, I don't
No.
hate it either. Especially because I don't think really many of the movies, other than like Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, needed to be that long. The rest of them really didn't. Um, but CLS Studio says, "Yo, bonus
Hey.
stream, bonus stream." What is? Oh no, who let the riffraff in? This fucking guy says, "Hey
Uh-oh.
everybody, Joker, how are
Fuck,
things?"
Cap.
Yeah, he's
Um,
things are
the, most of the damage is confined to the one room. There's a lot of soot in in spots because it went up into the vents and was just blowing shit around. So this is my normal room, but because I've got to like wash bed sheets and stuff and get all the soot and smoke inhalation uh, out of it. The next room across the hall had almost no damage, so I'll be sleeping in there, and here I just come in to do this stuff.
Mm. Jeez, man, that's wild. Uh, Beard says it is kind of weird to see some of the mainstream outlets actually criticize the Marvels. It's yeah.
You know what? It's because of South Park, because of the C and NBC um ar- article like 2 weeks prior to that talking about the Disney C suites, and the the scathing article in in Variety. It's kind of become permissible to take a dump on take a dump on take a dump on Disney and their tentpole IPs.
Well, we were doing it before it was cool, so
Right.
it's like
And this just goes to show that we the fans have been right all along,
yes.
we're the hipsters of critics.
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, the mainstream media talking about it doesn't make it cool. Actually, if anything, it makes it less cool. But the fact that we've been right the whole entire time, and we've been telling you, it's nothing but a bag of shit. It. I mean, the chickens
Uh,
have come home to roost.
okay, so I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at, and you can say what you want. You can say what you want about Rotten Tomatoes, but the all critic score has it at 62%, and this is every critic who who Rotten Tomatoes uses. If you click to the if you click to the top critics, which are the ones who are safe from Marvel or Disney trying to cancel them, you click on that, it drops to 42%.
Jeez, that's a big difference. CLS says I'm not watching the Marvels in theaters.
I watch so you don't have to. And
Yeah.
and and JBT, you're right, because Rose did murder Jack.
Isn't that the nostalgia critics line?
Yeah.
The what?
We watch it so you don't have to.
I don't know. I've just
I don't either.
I've used it.
Well,
No, fair enough.
I believe that I believe that Captain Marvel herself has something to say to everybody. 56 minutes ago, Marvel Studios. Oh, Captain, my Captain. A message from our Captain Marvel, Brie Larson.
There was there's just some dialogue that is just the dialogue is just so bad in this film.
Hello, everyone. Brie Larson here. I just wanted to say thank you to all of the fans that are out there supporting this film. I'm so grateful. I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it. Higher, further, faster. Hello.
She looks like
Okay.
she's dying inside.
Well,
Dude,
I-
not only did she steal that bit from Tom Cruise, but she stole his bomber jacket too.
right. So, and this is And this is something you would, and this is something that unless the this is something that is only happening because the actor strike is over. This is the only reason that this is
Mhm.
happening
Yeah.
right now. And again, Bree is just putting on a nice face. I I I completely I think I think she's done playing this role. I
I
think
think
she's
so
done with
too.
and I think she's done with Disney Marvel as
Yep.
well. And frankly, I don't blame her.
No, and we've been, I mean, a lot of us have been very critical of her, but she hasn't shut her mouth off, and quite frankly, she looks like kind of yeah, where was the comment? Damn it, somebody said something about, yeah, here you go. Yeah, kid's right. Yeah, she's just like, this is take 20, just let me go home. Yeah, no, I think she's like, dear God, just for the love of God. Mm,
I mean,
I,
we saw what was it at D23 where she famously said, I don't know. I mean, do, do they want me? Do they even want me to play her again?
yeah.
So I think she's done.
I think she's done too. But this
Yeah,
is
no,
pretty funny.
I agree that she the smile looked forced. It did.
Hmm.
But yeah, and I ain't saying that she can't smile. I'm just saying that she was probably not feeling filming that, and not necessarily because of the message, but like Shadow's right, they probably made her do it a bunch of times, and this was one of the later takes, and that's what we ended up with. It probably has nothing to do with any kind of real attitude problems, more than it has to do with probably a long day, But just look at it, and this is the right message, but it's 5 years too late.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yep.
mean, if you, yeah, it's way too after the ball. It's like at this point, it's like, okay, well, you can kind of just
And this is
go
and
go away.
this is just the result of brand damage. I mean, I mean, Kevin
Brand
Feige.
damage, brain damage.
Well, yeah, that too. I mean, Kevin Feige did what what it took Ka- Kathleen Kennedy 10 years to do. He did it in 5, half the time.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they're going for new heights. Yep. Too little, too late.
Higher, further, faster.
That's right.
Higher, further, faster.
And
Blah.
and this and based on what happened, based on what we're gonna see in a few months with the Disney board, um, because Nelson Peltz is getting uh, uh, on the board. That is going to happen, and Bob Iger just needs to come to grips with that. That's kind of why he hired their new CFO, who has dealt with Peltz in the past. They hired him to kind of be a shield between Peltz and I, Iger. Peltz is going to get multiple seats on the board, and but all the stuff that has been all the stuff that has been greenlit in the interim, we're going to see about 2 more years of this, of just really of just going all in on the stuff. The only Marvel project that was greenlit by Chapek was Deadpool 3.
I actually, I do have a quick question. I think this is they saturated us too much with this nonsense that no one really cares. I don't even think Deadpool 3 will save it. That's an interesting statement because I think Deadpool 3 will do very well. I
We will see. We will see.
I don't think it's going to be anything stellar. It might be the first one in a long time to break 1 billion, but I don't think it'll go much farther
Oh, it's
than
not going to
that.
break 1 billion. Not close. Not even close.
Hugh
I think
Jackman?
I think it might. It's
Oh, dude.
possible that it'll make a profit, but it's not going to break a
Right.
billion.
Right. I want to say I'm on that one, and it's really going to depend on what studio they release it from. Because if they do it solely from Marvel, which is kind of locked into a PG-13 model, it's gonna suck. if they do it in if they do it in conjunction with Searchlight or 20th Century, you've got a better shot of, because Deadpool needs to be that. Deadpool needs to be that
Well,
hard R content.
Yep.
I read somewhere the other day, I can't remember where exactly, might have been Bounding into Comics, that this, like, Marvel announced that they were going for a hard R with the Blade project, and if they're going to do that, then they could do it here. But they
Right.
probably won't.
I just don't see Marvel Studios going solely on their own with a hard R. Now, it like I said, because Disney owns Searchlight and 20th Century, using those studios in conjunction with Marvel Studios.
Yeah, that's just word salad. I mean, it's all one.
Mhm.
But
Right.
the
I agree. Which
the issue that I'm having though with the rated R thing is that that's not what's going to make it a good movie. Like,
No.
I would love to see that, because the first two were rated R and they were outrageous as fuck and they were a lot of fun. But if they don't get past their current writing problems, it ain't gonna matter if it's rated G.
Exactly.
It's gonna
Exactly.
suck. Period. And the same thing, like, again with Blade, right? I'm also hearing that Mahershala Ali is going to be the 4th or 5th lead in the movie that's named after his fucking character.
Okay, so that was one story iteration. That's where one narrative went, because but they have fired 5 writers, at least 5 writers, and
Jeez.
two directors, and they have since hired the guy who wrote Logan to do Blade.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Yeah.
right, and so at one point, the story narrative was Blade was basically reduced to the 4th tier character, and it was a female led story talking about life lessons.
Yeah. And even if that doesn't end up
Jesus.
being the case, the fact that they are going through staff on this, like tissue paper,
Yes.
Daredevil as
that
well.
does not bode well. They're going to end up rewriting it. I mean, Justice League. Anybody? Justice League.
Right.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Right.
How'd that
Yep.
fucking turn out? It, like,
Right.
you don't, and obviously that was a different studio and all that, but that's the same kind of shit. Like, when you start rewriting, you start firing whole writing teams and replacing them. That does not bode well for the success of the movie. I mean, just even keeping it in the X-Men universe, the New Mutants.
Oh, it was terrible.
9 years it took them to fucking finish making that.
Right.
They went through what? How many rewrites? Like 5 complete rewrites.
At least 5.
It just, by the time they
And then-
released it, everybody who was in it was like 5 years older than they actually
Right, and
were
right,
in the
and that
movie,
was
and it looked fucked up.
and that was a main concern, because you had you had Maisie Williams and Anya Taylor-Joy in there, and after, when the film was finally released, they did not look like they did when they started.
No, because they had grown up a little bit, and that, which is, I mean, that
Yeah.
happens with young actors. It's unavoidable. But I guess my overall point is if you can't get together a team that could competently put something together the first fucking time, it might not be worth investing in the first place.
And Daredevil as well. The what was it? The 18 episode series, which after 8 episodes during the writers and actor strike, they actually looked at the footage, and they were like, and Marvel said, this is not good. So they scrapped the entire thing. They fired every creative, and they are now shopping for writers and directors. They may use some of the footage and like sprinkle it in, but this is going to be a completely new show.
Yeah.
It just well, and I just literally I was dicking around and look at how they're already starting to cover this crap. Why is there a fucking ad? It says how to watch the Marvels, including when it will likely stream on Disney Plus. Really? Oh, really? They're already launching into when you can see it on Disney Plus.
Man,
Give it 2
they
months.
knew it was screwed. They knew it was screwed from the
Give it 2
get. I
months.
mean, you forget what else was originally scheduled to release right about now.
Yep,
You know,
Dune.
they knew they were fucked.
Oh
Yes.
wait,
You know?
literally next week, this next weekend, Dune.
No,
And then
last weekend was.
Oh,
supposed to be
that's
Dune.
right. Last
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah, that's right. Last weekend. Next weekend is the Hunger Games.
The Hunger
shout out
Games with Jeremy's queen,
Yeah.
Zegler.
Shout out to Rachel Zegler. Thank you very much.
Okay,
She's Samuel.
I'm not into unibrows. I don't know. That's the thing. I have one. I don't need one on my woman. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
But
Well, you could give her. Well,
this was the worst possible time slot, though, for
Hey, Dash.
the Marvels to schedule, given what was scheduled around them. And I know Dune got pushed, but if it's still getting its ass kicked this bad, you know, right out of the, right in opening weekend, and Dune didn't release, like imagine how much worse that would have been.
It would have been nuclear.
Yeah. And I think, and I know folks were upset that. I think folks were upset that Dune got pushed back. Obviously,
I was upset about it.
But I think now when you get the studio, now that actors can promote it, especially with knowing how Zazoff wants to run things, every actor is gonna be on the same page, same talking points, saying the same thing. And they're going to go out and they are going to put the best face forward to just hype this film up even more, which comes out in March. So, I mean, it is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, part of me kind of wishes they would have maybe, I don't know, released it around the beginning of December. But I guess it's not really that kind of movie though.
Now I did see a film that the trailer. I'm like, okay, I piqued my interest from 20th Century Studios again, Disney, but it's the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes film.
Mm-hmm.
Looked interestingly enough.
I haven't heard anything about that.
It's in
This is the first time I have it.
It's a continuation of the Matt Reeves films.
Speaking
Really?
of yeah, it is it is a continuation. I you know, it looks interesting. I'll say that much. I kind of like lost kind of track of those movies in a sense, so I'd probably have to play catch up, but I mean, as long as go ahead, dude.
It might be interesting, but I don't know that I would be invested in getting into that, because in the Matt Reeves movie, there is a through line, and that's Caesar. It's the story of his life beginning to end, right? His part in that is over, and that's really what drew me back to the last one, you know. So I don't know that I would be interested in another Planet of the Apes movie in that same world, you know.
Okay, CLS asks, is the Marvels worse than Doctor Strange 2? Yes. However, Thor: Love and Thunder, Ant-Man Quantum Domania, and Wakanda, whatever, in my opinion, are far worse than the Marvels.
I think Wakanda Forever is probably the worst one for me out of those three. It just wasn't good.
They were all
other
bad.
than kind of the tribute stuff that they did, like that brief little thing, it wasn't good. Yeah, it's
Something about you know, Latin American descended peoples using waterways to sneak in through the back into an ethno state kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Well, and also the fact that you've got the Wakandans using like a ocean liner looking battleship thing when they're a landlocked country.
I mean, given their level of technology, I wouldn't be surprised if they had something like that out cloaked, floating in the ocean, spying on people and shit. But they weren't getting involved.
No,
Right.
it
And
made no sense.
and the way to beat and the way to defeat Namor was to make sure his back is dry.
Oh,
See,
good
they stole
God.
that from DC. They stole that from Aquaman and DC because that's totally Aquaman's. If you hang him above water, like suspend him above water, and he can't touch the water, eventually he dries out, and then you can kick the shit out of him. It's fine.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, it's true, but the boy, the racism just writes itself, and I'll tell you, and it's like we didn't write it, we just dudes.
I just report it. That's all.
Yeah, like bro, you got the Hispanic people coming from like across the river, being like, "Oh, look at this sanctuary!" Like, oh God,
Right, and then when they invade Wakanda, they're using because the only way they could again invade a landlocked nation is up through waterways and rivers, and they're using fish and killer whales, and I'm like, that's all saltwater animals. This isn't. And
Well,
yes,
the whales and the killer whales could probably do it because they're mammals. They breathe air, but yeah.
And Shadow, yes. Namor is Irish. His last name in the comics is Mackenzie.
Yes, but that is a bit of an affectation too. He was also considered Marvel's first mutant before they got along with, they brought in guys like Apocalypse who like, oh, I'm the first one and all that shit. No, he was the first mutant in Marvel comic books. He was an enemy of the Fantastic Four. Namor is Roman backwards.
Right.
And that's deliberate. And and just that aside, just looking at real world stuff, man, like why in the hell would they be a Mayan influenced civilization in the first place? There's no reason for that because the places that are suspected that Atlantis was are nowhere fucking near Central America.
No.
Right. There's no reason for that. And furthermore, why would there be dark-skinned people living on the bottom of the ocean where there's no light?
They would be translucent.
Why would they have any skin color at all?
Right. They'd be clear.
I got nothing for you guys. I don't know.
It's so dumb. Like everything about that is dumb. I don't know. Why are we talking about this? I hate it. That movie is stupid.
Samuel's gonna have a meltdown.
Well, I mean, and a good thing about the Marvels is there wasn't any laughing goats in it. Giant laughing goats every 5 seconds.
Yeah, man. Oh God, why the goat? Yeah, I forgot about the goats.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, you know what? I think we've beat a dead horse, so maybe let's possibly beat this horse. I don't know if it's dead or maybe if people are interested. I don't know. Who knows? But we're gonna find out. So apparently, there's going to be a new Ghostbusters movie.
Okay, and I saw this trailer in the theater as well.
I have not seen this, so
I will be right back.
Okay, let's take a look at this real quick, and Sony's gonna claim us after the facts. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Look, don't get me wrong, I like a little Bananarama, but that's not the way I expected a Ghostbusters movie to start. But okay,
is this like taking place in the past or something?
I don't think so. No, it's Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. This is Ghostbusters 4. As far as I understand it.
So is this taking place then after Afterlife? Then this sequentially?
Yeah, that's what I understand it as.
Okay, because I'd heard
Based off of
people
26
talking about
year
it on
high.
Twitter, but I never looked into it. I didn't know this.
I
thought
haven't
this was
seen
a video
it.
game or a comic or something.
Okay, so I could be wrong. I guess I don't know. Wookie says I really like the trailer, but the idea of little kids defending New York is kind of lame. The freezing to death from fear is interesting. Okay, all right. Well, let's take a look here. So
I'm telling you, it's going to be another hot one out there. In fact, there are heat alerts in effect for New Jersey, feeling like 100 degrees.
Be a good time for the Predator to drop in.
what the fuck?
What? They come when it's hot. Only in the hottest years they come, and they make the demon
Sam is
that
like,
trophies
what?
of men.
They come when they're hot. It's like, oh,
It's in the more.
It's no more. Zombie Box says real quick. The only thing I hate about this trailer is that it features Patton Oswalt. Yeah, he's an ass clown, but you can't get it. Unfortunately, Hollywood is full of ass clowns, and you can't get around it. Zillage says, I just want to see who the cast members are. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. So, unless they didn't show that. Uh-oh. Who you going to call?
What is that?
I know who you call.
I'm kind of calling slightly shenanigans. There's not enough fat people on the beach for it to be America. I'm just saying.
I am also calling shenanigans, but for a different reason. I'm pretty sure that this is how the movie The Fog begins too.
Yeah,
also about ghosts.
Yeah. The fog starts similar to that. I did like the movie The Fog. Probably a little bit because it had like Tom Welling in it, and I'm a big Smallville fan. But yeah, The Fog rolls in, and it's so. I'm also
but
just
it's not fog.
It's not fog. I'm also. You are gay. All right. CLS bad fat people don't go to the beach that much, at least in my experience. Go to a beach in Florida. Because all the fat people vacation there. That's you want to see. So
Dempsey's got my back.
Yeah, I did see that. They only come when it's hot. It's his predator.
They only come in the
com-
hottest years, and this year it grows hot.
My main complaint is the video game graphics. Really? Okay.
So here comes Sub-Zero.
For the first time in New York history, people froze to death in the middle of July.
What is it?
Okay, I will admit a big gripe right here. Patton Oswalt should not be narrating because he sucks. His voice is obnoxious.
He is like Will Wheaton has presented himself as the authority on all things geek. He will be continued to be put in positions like this. It's just going to happen. You want to enjoy Patton Oswalt, though? I mean, really enjoy him. Go watch Justified. He gets the shit beat out of him repeatedly.
Oh yeah,
All
no
right,
Justified. I've heard great things about that show. So, Shadow says, I loathe the kids save the world trope unless the kids are the only available superhumans.
So you were a big fan of Spy Kids then, weren't you, Shadow?
Basically,
Probably was.
or what was it? Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. You know that
young
Shark Boy and
Jacob from
Lava Girl
Twilight.
3D was the very first 3D movie released.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Are you sure?
3D was around in the 70s and 80s, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean like mainstream 3D. Like when where 3D got that
Jaws,
really big, like
Jaws,
really big.
Jaws 3.
Jaws
3.
Jaws 3 in 3D.
Yeah, I
Friday
don't.
the 13th Part 3, also 3D.
No, I'm
Released in theaters.
I'm talking.
Let's see.
Remember when Avatar came out and like the 3D was the massive push. Everything that was like everything was 3D. That's what I'm talking. I'm not saying it's the very first movie 3D movie ever, but it was the beginning of the 3D modern 3D craze that's kind of died off.
Okay.
Because how many movies are in 3D anymore?
I'll
That's
agree
what I
with you
meant.
there that it was at the beginning of the modern IMAX related 3D.
Yeah,
craze.
that's what I was going
There you
for.
go.
No,
There you go.
No, there's been 3D before.
Yeah, the 3D technology was very popular in the late 70s and early 80s, but it fell off. And then they just didn't use it anymore for a long time. And then, with the advent of things like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Spy Kids and all that, but those were made for kids, and it was made to be a more immersive experience. And then it started carrying over to things like Avatar and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Right,
But
and
you
then-
could only
and then-
go to special theaters for a lot of these too.
Yep.
In the beginning.
And then there was a Pirates film that was that was 3D as well.
Yep.
Pirates. God, I don't remember. It was the one with Penelope Cruz in it.
Oh, that
think I
was on
saw-
Stranger Tides.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I think I saw Thor 2 in 3D in the theater, and all it did was make my eyes feel like they were bleeding.
Yeah, I remember the 3D craze was a huge push, and then all of a sudden it just kind of died because like it would like the first 30 minutes my eyes would feel like they're just melting out of my face, and then it's like my body got adjusted to it, and then by the end of the movie, like when I took them off, I felt like I had this pounding headache. I hated it. But anyway, I stopped because Patton Oswalt is a knob goblin, and I hate his voice. But so let's finish this.
The death chill. The power to kill by fear itself. Your veins turn to rivers of ice. Your bones crack. And the last thing you see is your own tear ducts freezing up.
I got Kumail Nanjiani in here too.
Literally scared to death. So cool.
Noli!
I am interested in the villain because the villains tend to be the most interesting part of these movies. We had Zool in the first one, we had Vigo in the second one. I actually didn't see Afterlife, so I don't know who that was, but they tend to be like this otherworldly,
I
like
saw
godlike being.
I really liked Afterlife.
Yeah, I'd heard good things. I just never got around to watching it.
Can only say Sasquatch. Which, if you want to talk about another dumpster fire, he was just earlier. He was talking about the new Spider-Man game. Oh dear God!
I've heard a lot of shit from a lot of people about how bad that is.
What's going on with that?
Gundam's put out some shorts.
What was it? I was just in just the time that I watched that I was watching his stream. Venom is Harry Osborn, not Flash Thompson, and
it shouldn't be Flash Thompson either.
Right? It should be Eddie Brock, and then Venom infects Mary Jane or violates Mary Jane, and Mary Jane becomes Scream.
What?
Yeah, that's not how that happened either. They have completely fucked Venom's origin.
I am just like, that's not how symbiotes work. Scream is their own entity.
Well, Scream is an offshoot of the Venom symbiote.
Right.
That'll happen in a miniseries called Lethal Protector, but which the first Venom movie made an absolute butchery of. But yeah, they every time they put out a new game with Venom, they got to find some other way to bring it in because a lot of times they don't have access to all the stuff that was involved in that, like the original Secret Wars, where Spider-Man and a bunch of other Earth heroes are off fighting in fucking space, which is how he comes into contact with the damn thing in the first place. So yeah, they've got to reinvent it in order to make it work on screen. The problem is they're really bad at that.
Right.
So I had an extensive discussion about Venom with Adam the Renaissance Nerd on Dermy Wormy's channel a couple days ago.
Well, just the way you said, you kind of led into that. You're like going, yeah, that's not how that happened. And then you just like went into this like thing. I'm like going, so Samuel's a little pissed.
I might know a thing or two about Venom.
You might know a thing. Well, you might know a thing or two about a thing or two. Beard says, and MJ separates herself from Scream City all on her own with only slight effort. Jesus.
Yeah.
Again, not how that works. That's so retarded.
Well, and on top of that too, what we got that chick that she self-inserted herself to look like Mary Jane, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, they didn't do that. That was the developers.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, she fucking did. That's exactly what they fucking did. Like, I'm sorry, but MJ is not frumpy looking.
MJ is the model and an actress. She's a bombshell.
Yes.
Bombshell.
Well, she's a model and she's a failed daytime soap opera actress, but yeah.
Right.
So and this isn't like a commentary on that chick per se, because I would not have said anything in the beginning, but the thing is that when you self-insert yourself, you're asking for it. You really are. And so when you get it, like you only have yourself to blame and be like, well, I made myself this character. It's like, no, dude, you made yourself a character that looks a certain way. And so when people don't react well to that, it's like, that's your fault.
Yeah. Beard of Liberty says, have you all seen current day models? Doesn't take much anymore. I agree with your sentiment, but when I say model or supermodel, I'm referring, of course, and this is showing my age, to people like Christy Brinkley.
Yes.
Kathy Ireland.
Yeah, damn, she was a babe.
Heidi Klum.
I mean, well, Heidi Klum was later on, but yeah. I can't even think of anybody else off the top of my head because I'm old and that's how my memory works now.
Just real quick, just so people kind of have a little bit of context here.
Yes, Shadow, they are.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's no, just not even a little bit. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, that's actually that looks like it's from the first Spider-Man game that Insomniac did.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
because I put Spider-Man 2.
Because she's worse looking in Spider-Man 2 than that.
Okay. I'd have to Google the photo of probably the chick from off of Twitter, because I know that was making the rounds. It was showing the girl who basically had something to do with it. And I mean, it's like spitting images here.
They were showing the girl who was apparently the original model for that character and the voice actress, who is, by the way, smoking. Just a babe. I mean, there's something about a hot redhead. I don't know, man. Just does it for me.
No, I feel you, dude. But
stop it. That's gay.
What? Fuck is wrong with you, weirdo? Oh yeah, no, okay, nope. I found the new one.
Eeyore.
Hi,
Eeyore.
Okay. Hell. Okay.
It's so super dragon. Don't
Devil, is that
bother.
you in disguise?
I don't know.
I'm Devil made me do it. Now look through on the Twitter.
I'll just be over here. Don't ever go to a strip club with Winnie the Pooh. He calls every girl honey and wants to be called Pooh Hefner. Oh,
what the fuck are you talking about? Is this
it's
like
Eeyore.
something I missed? Oh yeah,
No,
it's Eeyore.
it's Eeyore.
If he's a giant perv.
You know, Tigger's a crackhead.
Well, you said what now?
Tigger's a crackhead.
Yeah,
Rabbit's a
if you
prude.
if you don't say that carefully. All right. Well, shit.
And who is Super Dragon? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Super Dragon.
Superfly.
Beard says, you have to say, yeah.
G.I. double gut.
Use the hard R. No, there's an A in there. It's good. Where's the trigger? I don't have that clip. It's a good clip though. So shit, the Marvels.
Yeah.
On a scale, okay, a scale of 1 to 10, what would you probably rate it?
A 4.
Shit, oh fuck.
High, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. My only thing was going to discuss the Marvels in Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, I'm intrigued because it's got, I like the last one, so I'm going to give it a shot.
Did you get a thing? Did you get a thing for Paul Rudd? Huh?
I do have a thing for Paul Rudd. It's what it is.
You like that dick? Dick? You want that dick?
Have you seen that fucking clip? Look, I know it's really terrible. What's Billy on the Street or something like that, where they're running around saying, would you have sex with Paul Rudd for $1? He's trying to bribe everybody to have sex with Paul Rudd for $1. It's actually pretty funny.
No.
Is it? No. Come on, man. How about $5?
That is you two guys. That's you two guys and your tentacle thing going on.
I've moved on. I got a T-Rex. So.
Yeah.
Wow, Sam, you've been replaced.
Oh no, it's fine. I got my tentacles and everybody else, so it's
that's rank.
Open relationship there, Sam. Is that what you're saying?
Well, open orifices anyway.
Oh, good God. It's get
And there go the rails.
Yeah, there's the rails. So, Sam, you got a show.
Don't act like you weren't leading it that direction, JV.
Nah,
so Samuel, you got a show coming up, huh?
I do. Tonight we've got Abyssal Musings here in about a half hour, so I'm gonna have to bounce in about 10 minutes. But
I'm thinking we should probably wrap it up. I mean, because we covered the Marvels, we covered Ghostbusters. Dempsey says rails. We don't need no stinking rails. That's true.
Rails?
We don't.
We don't need no stinking rails.
And Dempsey, we've missed you on Monday nights. Now, we didn't do a streamless last Monday out because I got home like super late. But this Monday, we will be doing a dual episodes. I'm off on Monday, so no problem. No problem.
Got it.
Eeyore says Super Dragon is Spina Bifida. A deal breaker. Super Dragon.
I have no idea what that means.
I have no idea either, but I like it. I'm very much all about that. So Samuel, you everybody's information's in the description, including people who are not here because Lily's sick, so we hope she feels better. Same with Laurence.
Yes,
sucks that he took a tumble. What? Is he speaking Russian? No, if I do, I can't do a Russian accent now, so I'm not going to try.
No, it's just the way you gotta talk.
Yeah,
that's Italian.
It did. It went from like Russian to kind of Italian.
No, you see, you filthy Americans, you don't understand how it is in Mother Russia. Drink some vodka.
Russia. We don't talk like that. We drink some vodka, and then we go out and we shake down the locals for some pocket change, right? And then we take the pocket change and we go down downtown Moscow, where we get some more vodka. And then we titillate with the ladies for a while.
In the
Mother Russia, it's good, it's good in Mother Russia. Except every once in a while in Mother Russia, dildo fucks you.
Oh wow! Eeyore says, I'm rushing to see Super Dragon. Don't mind me.
I'm waiting to see a I'm waiting to see a I'm waiting to see
It better match though. It better match everybody else's tracksuit.
bro. Don't you
can't
say
have
bro.
a tracksuit that's all your
God,
own,
if we
all
ever
your
do a
own,
meetup
like,
in fucking Las
logos.
Vegas, we all need to fucking dress up in tracksuits.
Fuck no. I am not doing that.
That'd be fucking hysterical.
Ugh,
Must have
no.
a heavy gold chain.
A heavy gold chain.
And say bro
Bunch
a
of
lot.
rings.
And say bro.
And be like, I am the machine. Okay, no, that's different.
Zillage says bliat is the only word he knows. That's not a good word.
No, that's not a nice word.
No.
That's
April.
That's the kind of thing that you say in a Call of Duty gamer chat when you're trying to piss off your Russian opponents.
Yeah.
And Shadow, it's in April, and you're not invited. So.
Oh, I thought it was February 30th this year.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It is.
Okay, so it is. Oh, yeah, it's February 30th. So that's when it is. Shadow.
It's right. It's right on the cusp of March and Feb. You never.
Yeah, you never. All right. Speaking of never. So Samuel, Abyssal Musing. What's the topic tonight, sir?
We're going to be discussing cryptids in all of their varied and wondrous glory. We will be having, obviously, Ryan will be joining us for that.
That's true.
And our other main guest for that will be Caucasian Sasquatch, who has a plethora of knowledge on the subject.
Oh yeah,
and
show
maybe,
you right.
if you would like, I will send you a link as well.
That sounds great, but like I said, based on last night and everything I've had to go through, my tank is just about empty, and I'm ready to fall asleep. So
that monster's
fair enough.
not
We'll just
doing
have fun without you.
Okay, fine with that.
Revenge says assholes. What? I don't understand. What do you mean assholes? I mean February 30th. We told the kid. What the hell's your Jesus?
And he just said he doesn't turn 21 until May, so it's moot.
Yeah, if it's a drinking location, he can't go anyway.
It's true.
When Super Dragon was young, he wanted to be a super scorpion, but the union was too hard to get into.
Dude, I'm kind of getting invested in where this story's going.
A little bit, I know, right?
I kind of want to see where this ends up. I don't know. It's kind of engrossing. It's weird.
It's weird. I don't know who Eeyore is, but I like him.
I mean, I want to now. All I want to join is Marvin the Martian. Oh, don't make me angry. No, not angry.
God.
The P-35 space modulator. The Werewolf of Mandalore. Wow.
The Werewolf of Mandalore says cryptids.
Just coming out of the woodwork here. Hey, guys, how are you?
Yeah, welcome. The Werewolf of Mandalore. Go over to Samiel the Infamous's channel.
Link is in the description.
Shadow, if you want to put the link in the chat for the live stream, go ahead.
We're going live.
If anybody wants to go over there.
20 minutes, right?
In 20 minutes. So I had better wrap my shit up so I can
get out of here, bitch.
But yeah, thanks for having me. You can find me on my channel of the same name, Samiel the Infamous. We do live streams throughout the weekend. Tonight is Abyssal Musings. Tomorrow, Screaming into the Void. And on Sundays, we have Star Trek Engage. I also do some work for Exiled Lioness 2, both as a moderator and a producer in that capacity. So you can find me on that channel as well. And I will pop up here, there, and a little bit of everywhere. I might even be on Beelzebub later tonight if Devil will have me. So,
ooh.
He probably will have you.
He can't turn me away. He can't get enough of me.
Too many jokes.
So yeah, but yeah, thanks for having me, fellas. We'll see you all soon. And chat, thanks for coming. Have a great night.
Absolutely. All right. See you soon, buddy. And lastly, and certainly not least, is the man who says goodbye. That would be Mr. JV. Do your thing.
Oh yeah. So again, check out Samiel the Infamous very soon. Link to his channel is down in my description. If you're watching from my channel, thank you Dempsey. And yeah, thank you chat. Thank you again for stopping by. You guys are great. Eeyore, we hope you come back again and keep the story going. This has been
Yes,
wonderful.
please do.
Moderators, you guys are awesome. And we will see you Monday, same time, for Game of Thrones Season 6. Oh, I am glad Super Dragon enjoyed this. It was fun.
I love this so much.
This has been good. So we will see you. You can see me Sunday at noon Pacific over with Wookie Be Bad for something Sunday. We will be doing a full review of the Marvels. Myself, Wookie, Bradley Burnett, and I believe someone else. I don't know them yet. And then, like I said, back here again on Monday for Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 2 and 3. Whew. Thank you for stopping by, folks. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share the stream, and have a great night. Even though this is mainly his channel, but no one gives two shits about him. So I get to say goodbye by saying toodles.
Maybe I am insane. Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. See this? Right there in the mouth! Macho Man Randy Savage of the Ultimate Warrior and the forces of Hulkamania that I have seen great strides before. Together at SummerSlam. What you gonna do when Hulkamania and the Ultimate Warrior?
I'm getting your foot off my shoulder. Well, there you have it. I still haven't found.
Here's the next champion. Don't worry, I'm a fan of white. Because comparatively speaking to the Macho Man Randy Savage, you are nothing but garbage. Nothing but garbage, Guyana. Yeah. Oh, yeah!